The 9 Pillars of Understanding. Teaching 1. God is love, not wrath. Intro. Today we're beginning a teaching series called The 9 Pillars of Understanding. This is not religion. This is not doctrine. This is not opinion. This is about how reality actually works when fear is removed and love becomes the reference point. And we start with the most important pillar of all. Pillar 1. God is love, not wrath. Most people do not struggle with God. They struggle with the version of God they were taught. A God who is angry, a God who punishes, a God who destroys, a God who needs blood to forgive. But here is the foundational truth. God is not loving. God is love. Love is not an attribute God switches on and off. Love is His nature, His essence, His substance. Anything that contradicts love is not God revealed. It is human fear projected. Why this matters? If your foundation is wrong, everything built on it will be distorted. When God is seen as wrathful, fear becomes motivation. Obedience replaces relationship. Control replaces trust. Religion replaces transformation. People don't grow in love. They grow in anxiety and self-monitoring. Jesus did not change God. This is critical. Jesus did not come to change God's attitude towards humanity. Jesus came to reveal who God has always been. If Jesus is the exact representation of God, then whatever Jesus does is what God does. Jesus healed. Jesus restored. Jesus forgave freely. Jesus never harmed anyone. Jesus never killed anyone. Jesus never condemned anyone. If we see violence in Scripture, we don't reinterpret Jesus. We reinterpret our understanding of the text. The old way of thinking. Ancient cultures believed gods controlled nature through violence. Storms meant anger. Plagues meant punishment. Defeat meant divine rejection. Those beliefs shaped how stories were told. But God allowed Himself to be seen through their lens until love could be revealed fully through Jesus. Revelation is progressive. God didn't change. Human perception did. The greatest deception. The greatest deception was not sin. The greatest deception was believing God is against us. God needs appeasement. God demands suffering. God withholds love. Fear-based religion survives by convincing people you are separated unless you perform. But love-based reality says you belong. Now awaken to it. What love actually does. Love restores, it does not destroy. Love exposes lies, it does not shame. Love heals identity, it does not threaten it. Love corrects through truth, not punishment. Judgment in Scripture is not condemnation. Judgment is truth revealed in love. When truth shows up, illusion burns away. That is the fire of God. Anchor statement. Let this settle deeply. Any interpretation of God that does not look like Jesus is a misunderstanding. Love is not the exception in God. Love is the rule. Application. When you see God as love, fear dissolves, rest increases, identity stabilizes, authority flows naturally. You don't obey to be loved. You obey because you are loved. Closing. This is Pillar 1. Everything else stands or falls on this. If God is love, then sonship makes sense, union makes sense, restoration makes sense, life makes sense. Next, we'll move into Pillar 2, sonship, not